Hello guys, I am Radhika Thakre. This video is about the task 1 of Data Science and Business Analytics Internship of GRIP, that is Graduate Rotational Internship Program of the Sparks Foundation. So, the task 1 is to predict the percentage of a student based on the number of study hours from the given data set. This is a simple linear regression task which involves two variables. Here we have to predict the score if a student studies for 9.25 hours per day. Here I am performing this task with the help of Python language, and the IDE which I am going to use is Jupyter Notebook, and I am going to post this repository on the GitHub. So now let's get the ball rolling on, and we will open the Jupyter Notebook. So basically, the linear regression is the supervised learning model. The simple linear regression approach for predicting a quantitative response on the basis of single predictive variable. That is the simplest definition of linear regression. And so here firstly we will import some libraries like sklearn, that is the scikit-learn. The first one is sklearn, that is scikit-learn. The scikit-learn is a machine learning library for Python. It features various algorithm and like support vector, machine, random forest and kth neighbor, and it also supports Python numerical and scientific libraries like NumPy and Scikit. So after that we have imported the Panda. The Pandas is the built-in of top two Python libraries like Matplotlib and NumPy. After that NumPy is the library which support a large multi-dimensional array, and Matplotlib. After that Matplotlib is a plotting library for Python programming. After that I have imported Seaborn, which is a data visualization library on the top of the Matplotlib and closely integrated with the Python data structures in Python. So after importing the required libraries, here we are having a link of the data set which is provided by the Sparks Foundation. So we will store this link in this variable. After that we will read this with the help of read underscore csv and link. After that data.head of 7, it will print the first 7 data of the data set. Here after running this we will have this thing from 0 to 6, that is the 7 datas. After that here we are checking is the data null. If null it will give true, otherwise it will give false. Like here we can see it is saying the false, like it contains data. Then after that sns.setTypeStyle. It is a set parameter that control the general style of the plots. Here it is dark gray. It is in the it is for the time of plotting the graph. After that we have sns.scatterplot. Scatterplot is basically is a Seaborn. It is used to draw scatterplot with possibility of several semantic groupings. The relationship between the x and y can be shown here. For y data is score, and for y data is the score and y is of hours. After that plt.title. So it is just basically for giving the titles, marks versus study, and here it is title, and these labels are for the x axis and y axis. Then plt.show is used to display all the open figures like this. After that we have sns.regplot, x equals to data hours and y equals to data of scores. Then it is used to plot the data in a linear regression model fit. It is After that, plot.plt.title, which is for the title, then X label and Y labels. After that, we have data.corr. It is used to plot the data and a linear regression model fit. Okay. So after that, here we have this, we are defining X and Y from the data, that is we are using iloc here. So basically this function iloc in Python, it is used for enabling us to select a particular cell from the data set, that is it help us to get a value that belongs to a particular row or column from a set of data or frames of data set. So we are taking some values in X and Y. After that, we are splitting this data into training and testing data. After that, we have this training test split train test split is just splitting the rows between test and values. After that, we have regression, which is of linear regression type, and then regression dot fit. Then this regression dot fit fits a linear model with coefficients. After that, we are just printing the model is trained because we have trained the model here. After that, we have pred underscore y, it is for the prediction purpose. And after that, we have pd dot data frames, which is in the form of hours and the predicted marks. So basically pd dot data frames is the two-dimensional multi size and size mutable heterogeneous tables. And after that, we are just comparing the actual marks with the predicted marks. Here the actual marks and predicted marks for these 6 data which we have chosen. After that, we have taken this we have plotted this graph for actual versus predicted data set, and then at last we are calculating the accuracy of model by the mean absolute error. With the help of this function, we are predicting the accuracy of the model with the help of actual value of y and the value that we have predicted in y. Y means basically the output, which is based on the input. And lastly, we are just printing the scores. And yes, thank you so much. After that, this is the GitHub repository where I have posted my code. You can go through it as well. Thank you so much.